Jeff Bezos is one of those who have been in the news multiple times because of his lifeworks and billionaire status. The founder and CEO of Amazon, one of the most widespread companies globally, has been able to surpass Bill Gates to be one of the richest people in the world. His net worth is around $90 billion. And the reason for this is his mindful of innovations and extreme problem-solving capabilities. Let us learn a bit more about him. But before that, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos. So, Jeff Bezos has been selling over $136 billion worth of products in a year. Amazon alone was responsible for 51.2% of all digital spending in 2020. Bezos was raised by a teen mom and a Cuban immigrant stepfather. Back in his days, Bezos also started his website called BezosExpeditions.com, which disclosed all of his projects and ideas that he intended to execute. He has been investing in many business ventures and was also responsible for his investments in not a few but multiple companies. He made it a point to ensure that he invests in the most diverse manner and touches all important fields in the world. This may have been when he acquired a good knowledge of the market and understood what the market needed at this point in time. One of the ideas in which he invested was in cloud computing, given that he was working really well in his previous establishment as an employee. Bezos could use a bit of money he earned from there to make his dreams grow bigger. He made use of all his resources he had in hand to come up with his mega project that has taken over most of the sales in this world. He invested in biotechnology, home-blown glass, and a lot of other interesting areas. In 2021, Bezos blew past the $200 billion mark to become the second richest man in the world. Looking back into his professional history, we found that Jeff has been working in a company called the D.E. Shaw & Company, where his well-intentioned boss asked him to quit his job if he was serious about the platform he had been building. Being a tech visionary, he decided to work on his dreams in a better manner. Hence, after completing his degree at Princeton in computer science and electrical engineering, he decided to make use of these qualifications and come up with something very new for the time he was in. He had turned down many job offers from Intel and Bell Labs as he graduated and joined a startup called Fitel before starting up Amazon. This was then followed by the launch of the new news by a fax company with Halsey Minor, the founder of CNET. The venture failed. However, this was then followed by his job at D.E. Shaw as the vice president. He was also declared the youngest vice president there and was able to climb up the ranks in just 4 years. His progress was remarkable. This also meant that he had been gaining a lot of knowledge. And by the time it was 1994, he saw the potential the internet had, as it was growing at a rate of 2,300% annually. He could not resist tapping out its benefits. This is where he gave birth to Amazon. He started off by making a list of 20 products with a lot of potential and decided to sell them online. So, Amazon.com, which was initially started as a platform for selling books, grew from a single-room venture with a $10,000 put into it by him, where he, his wife, and 2 programmers were listed as employees. It was funny when you think that most of the business meetings were carried out in Barnes & Noble's neighborhood. As soon as it was launched in 1995, it took just a month for it to sell books in all the other states in the US and across 45 other countries in the world. He was clearly beating all he expected from the company and was really happy with the manner things had been working back then. He even predicted a sale of $74 million in 2000. However, he realized that his expectations were far too low. The real value went up to $1.64 billion already by 1999. He then gathered $1 million as seed funding from angel investors. Back then, 20 investors had to put in money, $50,000 each. That was 1% each, which today would have been $16 billion. It then went public in 1997 and became one of the very few companies that could survive the .com bubble. A lot of products were listed. An increase in sales touched $3 billion in 2021, and the release of Amazon Prime in 2013 was followed. So, that was about Bezos and his journey with Amazon. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.